No one knows Wisconsin volleyball better than Nebraska head coach John Cook. He spent 7 years with the program and recruited and trained the majority of this Wisconsin team. So not only can he devise ways to beat them, but he has the weapons to do it.
We had played the semifinal match and beat Hawaii, which I felt Hawaii was the best team in the Final Four. And the second best team probably was USC, who Wisconsin was down 1 or 2 players to injury, knocked them off 3-0. And I'm watching that. So we won, so we knew we were in the finals. And I'm watching this match and Wisconsin winning. I'm like, holy cow, this can't be happening. It was very bittersweet. I felt like I was in a no-win situation at that point. And probably my team sensed that, and the Nebraska team was really uptight in that match. And we did not play very well.
Wisconsin leading favorite Nebraska, unbeaten Nebraska, 2 games to 1.
It was just like I just wanted to get it over with. There was no joy in the whole thing. And I was actually, even after we won, I mean, I was excited, but it was just like relief to have it over with. And I felt very torn between the two teams. And what was really heartbreaking, Sharissa Livingston, who was a middle on Wisconsin, who I recruited from California and got her to come to Wisconsin. Again, single mom. So, and I crushed her, broke her heart when I left there. And it was one of my regrets was leaving her there. And I saw the hurt, the abandonment of me when I took the Nebraska job. And when I went to tell her I was really proud of her and stuff, she wouldn't even look at me or talk to me. So that kind of just, and that's when that night I actually said to myself, God, I hope I get another chance to win one of these, because there was no joy in it at all. So I said, there's got to be more to feeling an accomplishment like this than what I feel right now. I think in coaching you have to constantly be adjusting and adapting to each group you have, to each student athlete you have, because what their challenges and what they're going through everybody's different. Each year is different, and that's why they say, enjoy the journey. It's about the journey, and so I have surrounded myself with people to help me with that, because I don't have all the answers, so I go and try to find answers. I've had psychiatrists to Navy SEAL commanders to other coaches to my wife. So we're all struggling with the same challenges, how to motivate and inspire and make these student athletes the best that they can be. And sometimes it's tough love, and sometimes they just, they need to know that they can do it. And there's always, it's a juggling act or a high wire act. You're always balancing.
Trail off the net, blue line.
I've made tons of mistakes, and I think one of the positives to getting older and being more experienced is I guess you just know how to work through those better, and you get a little wisdom, so maybe now I can anticipate and be better prepared. I mean, I just wish I know what I know now. I wish I would have known, 20 years ago or 10 years ago, and we probably would have won more championships, and that's how I look at it. Of course, at Nebraska, there's a lot of expectations, but I think it's just the personal expectations you put on that I put on myself and on the program. And that's what drives us and helps us to be successful, but it's also, that's the hardest thing to manage, and it's the least fun. So that's where, again, I've got people to help me with that, because, you win a national championship, and a lot of people, okay, you're not going to do it again. I mean, they don't understand how hard it is, and how hard it is to keep a program on top. It takes a lot of work, and you can't take days off, and you can't let things slide, and managing those expectations is draining. In volleyball, you have to be able to serve, set, pass, block, spike, and do little off plays, emergency plays. So and it happens very quickly. So you have to train in volleyball. I think it's a very tough sport to coach because you have to develop all-around players, and you have to develop all the skills, because you never know when they're going to have to do one of those skills. There's also 6 rotations, so it's like 6 mini games going on. You know, you have 6 rotations, so it's like in basketball, I got one lineup, we're running up and down the court. In volleyball, I've got 6 lineups I've got to, figure out and have them, make the best of those rotations. So there's just a lot going on in volleyball, and it's a very challenging sport to coach.
Here we go.
We just placed 6 coaches in coaching positions out of our program last year. 2 head coaches and our grad managers and our data volley girl all got coaching jobs. So I lost 6 people who were critical in the last 2 years to our success. And now I have this whole new group of young coaches and brand new grad managers. So that's another part that really energizes me. I get a chance to really teach and coach and mentor and mold the next group of future coaches, if that's what they want to do. If I'm going to work this hard, I want to be somewhere where it matters and it's important and people care. And everywhere I go in town and everywhere I get on a plane, somebody is talking to me about Nebraska volleyball, the season, where's certain players playing now, And so I want to be if I'm going to do this, I want to be where it's important. And I see so many programs that are great programs and successful, and nobody cares. Here, it's part of the culture and the DNA of the state. I want to keep selling this place out. We got to keep building great teams and having great players in our program, and we want to, what else can we do to make it better? So we're always trying to think outside the box, and we want to make a great student section, and we're trying to develop that, and we're trying to do new and creative things and play the best teams in the country. So that's how I look at it, as 5-year increments. What can we do now in the next 5 years to take it a notch higher? Those experiences, just working with players and seeing, the difference I can make and watching them develop and coaching, that's what keeps giving the energy and the enthusiasm and the passion. I'm John Cook, and this is why I create.